sports today, my man. What's going on?
Well, starting with football, it's a big game here in Louisville.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Saturday, Miami coming to town. Miami 6-0, has aspirations of college football playoff and all that good stuff. It should be a good game. I mean, we've seen Miami kind of show that they're vulnerable, having to rally to beat Virginia Tech and then pray that Hail Mary at the end got overturned like it did, and then they had to rally from down 25 to beat Cal out in Berkeley. So it should be interesting. I don't know that I'm going so far as to pick Louisville just yet, but I think it's going to be a close game.
We're talking to C.L. Brown, who covers, of course, Louisville and other ACC teams, where he's a columnist with the Louisville Courier. And see, it's interesting because I think this is the game, being that it's in Louisville, where we will really find out where Miami is. I think Louisville is very, very capable. Miami got potentially Heisman Trophy winner on their team, so this is going to be one of those. It's a statement game, I think, for the ACC. Your thoughts?
It's arguably the toughest game on Miami's schedule. I mean, they got the rivalry with Florida State next weekend, which, I mean, I'm sure they still want to kill them, but it just doesn't have the same appeal that we would have thought at the beginning of the year. So, SMU came in here and beat Louisville, so it's not like Louisville isn't necessarily in the race, I would say, for first place, or at least to, they need a lot to happen for them to get to the ACC championship game, but this would be the start. This, and they still got to play at Clemson next month, so those are their big hurdles to get over, but this one being at home, this is the one that, if they're going to do something, they got to do it now.
Great. We're talking to C.L. Brown with the Louisville Courier. We're going to switch gears a little bit and go to last week. We were all together at the ACC tip-off and kind of just get your highlights of your week there and what you thought about.
Well, I mean, I think the conference, we're still probably another year or two away from the ACC kind of coming up like we're used to seeing it. I do think that obviously Carolina and Duke are a cut above the rest of the league and will carry it as such. But I do think Wake Forest is going to be really good with Hunter Salas coming back and their big man, Reed. And I think Clemson could surprise too. And in a similar manner, maybe not Elite Eight like they did last year, but I think they could be kind of sneaky good, if you will. But, I mean, it all comes down to kind of, just like football, you got to shape the narrative of the league in non-conference play, the early games in November and December. That's when people decide whether you're good or not, and deep or not as a league. And so there are plenty of games out there that the ACC is going to have to steal a few in order to kind of establish that and get back to where people are talking about them nationally as being seen as the best conference.
Let's stay on this same thread, talking about ACC basketball, talking to C.L. Brown. CL, I saw a video because they played while we was there at the ACC last week. I went back and I was watching some of the coverage. Tell me about Pat Kelsey, because this is the guy, the head coach of Louisville. They had him going around soliciting people to come to a game. He was going to barbershops. He's going all over the place with all this energy. Give me a little snapshot on this guy, because I know nothing about Pat Kelsey.
That's kind of his motif. He's a high energy. He's going to engage the fans. He was like that. I didn't really peep him when he was at Winthrop. That's where he got his start.
Okay.
But he went from Winthrop to College of Charleston. He used to do the same kind of thing in Charleston.
Yeah. Okay.
He would put out videos on social media and all that, and to engage the fans and bring them out. And Louisville, I mean,
they need that right now.
Need it necessarily?
Right now, coming off the last few years, you guys probably need it.
Well, it helps, but this is a basketball city. Like they're gonna come out, to watch basketball. But it helps that he's meeting them halfway.
Okay.
After the past 2 years, and really, let's be honest. Like I know Kenny Payne only won 12 games in 2 years, and that was terrible.
Yeah.
Right.
But Louisville hadn't been to the tournament since 2019. They would have been in 2020 had the tournament been played. They would have been a tournament team then.
Okay.
But it's been downhill before that. So I mean, it was just worse in these last 2 years. But they haven't been what we're used to seeing them be in a while. So they needed a Pat Kelsey to kind of bring the energy and get people excited again, and I think that's where we're at.
If I gotta say, there's one thing my homeboy Kenny didn't do from Law is he didn't bring no energy.
Right.
He didn't bring any energy.
That's not his personality.
That's not his personality. Not gonna be. He never have been. Even when he was dropping threes on people in the league, he's just not that guy. He go to work, come home.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, but that was a great fun fact because we tend to look at the last couple of years and it's falling on his shoulders.
I had no idea.
For to get from CL, like, hold up, it's been a while, way before him.
I was just thinking like 2019. That's the game we win. It's like wow, that's a lot of stuff happened in 2019. But anyway, okay, all right, CL man, we appreciate it, my friend.
Thank you so much.